A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in Marsiling-Yew Tee. Welcome to MyTV. Okay, episode 2. MyTV. Okay, definitely I need to clarify on this again. MyTV is not my TV. It's not anyone's TV. It belongs to Marsiling-Yew Tee. That means this show and this TV is actually created for residents in Marsiling-Yew Tee because Marsiling-Yew Tee, they believe in a platform for everyone to communicate as well during this period of time. And of course, most importantly, this platform is for all residents to voice it out. We can have a discussion here. We can know more about our very own home, Marsiling-Yew Tee. And of course, a lot of people actually came to us with a lot of questions over the first episode, so we have actually attended to some. If there are any questions that we might not be able to get back to you within the shortest time that is given to us, we will try our best. So don't worry. 那我们大哥大姐、昂哥、安弟，如果在观看的话呢，有什么帮助是需要的，那也可以就是 private message 到我们的这个 Facebook page， 我们会尽量的跟大家联系，好不好？那当然呢，今天我们会有4位 ，we have 4 familiar faces with us. Once again, they are very familiar with Marsiling-Yew Tee, and everyone in Marsiling-Yew Tee should know them. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, 我们的4大天王要来了 ，Mr Alex Yang, Mr Ong Teng Koon, Mr Zaki Muhammad, and Mr Lawrence Wong.
大家好
Good evening， 大家好，大家好，
晚上好，
大家晚上好。
不然我们一个一个，why not we do say hello to everyone in Marsiling-Yew Tee first, starting from Min Wong. How about that?
Hello everyone, selamat malam. 大家晚上好，Vanakkam.
And next one we have Mr Zaki.
Hello, selamat malam semua. 大家好，Vanakkam everyone. Welcome to our show.
I realize all of you very multilingual. Okay, coming up next we have we want to try Mr Alex Yang. Mr Alex Yang, come on.
Hello everyone, selamat malam. 大家好啊。
Wow, okay, as proven. Okay, multilingual. Mr Ong, like, what is the language?
Hello, 大家how are all of you? I hope you had your dinner. Auntie, uncle, 假爸爸。你好，你好，谢谢你。
You see, we have English, we have Chinese, we have Malay, we have Guangdonghua, we have Hokkien. 我差不多讲福建话 Hokkien, yeah, Hokkien, 福建话 Okay, so we know that this Marsiling-Yew Tee, we heard that from Minister that there's a new face in this Marsiling-Yew Tee team and this family. We have a new member in the team, and today is the reveal. And it has been announced that this morning Mr Ong is stepping down, and I'm very sure most of our residents and many of our residents are they can't bear to see Mr Ong leaving them at this point of time. But we would like to thank Mr Ong for all the hard work that he has done during his term here. Okay, now that's right. 一定很多人会很想念你的 Mr Ong， 真的。
是吗？非常感谢，非常感谢。我会经常回来马士令油池探望大家的。
哦。Promise 啊 ，Yeah， 这个是 Marsiling-Yew Tee 所有的朋友都听到的。OK， 如果你们想一起来跟我们回顾 ，OK，let's do a recap of Mr Ong's work since 2011 with this short video that we actually prepared for you.
Wow, wow, looks so different.
Thank you so much for all the hard work, Mr. Ong.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being so nice and so kind to me. Thank you. Thank you.
You have been very nice to everyone in Woodgrove and even in Marsiling-Yew Tee as well. So we want to wish you all the best for your future. As you can see, okay, on the bottom part of the screen, we actually prompted to you. Please, if you want to say anything, you want to type in anything to Mr. Ong, this is the time. Okay, in normal days, if you see him in person, you want to talk to him, it's very difficult because he needs to attend to so many residents. Right here in virtual platform, the best thing is you tap everything he can see, okay? He can listen to you, he can watch all your comments, he can read all of them. So at the same time, we want to ask three other gentlemen to say a few words to Mr. Ong as well, being colleagues for so long. Let's start with Mr. Alex Yam.
So thank you so much, Teng Koon. We were introduced together on the same panel with DPM Heng back in 2011, and then we've worked together on various projects over the years. We've traveled together, and we've had many lunches together as well, and we've always enjoyed the times of working on schemes for our residents, working on projects for MND, as well as just chatting. I mean, I enjoyed those the most, and getting to know you better. And 10 years of friendship, 10 years of working together. I really want to say thank you to Teng Koon for everything that he's done for Marsiling-Yew Tee and for being so much of a friend to me and to all of us. So thank you very much, brother. I know you made a promise, and we'll hold you to that promise that you always come back.
Thank
Yes,
you,
that's
thank you,
right.
brother Alex. I enjoy working with you so much as well. I mean, I will miss you. Thank you so much.
And on the comments as well, before we bring on the next gentleman to say a few words to Mr. Ong, on the comments as well, I found this. Hey, wow, Mr. Ong so young. Don't like that lah. He's still young also. Now he's still young. Last time young. Okay. So now we have the next gentleman, Mr. Zaki. You want to say a few words to Mr.
Well,
Ong?
yes, thank you so much. No, I was just watching Mr. Ong's video just now, and I realized that most people join politics with more hair and then you lose hair. Get more hair and then got a lot of hair now. So that's his secret. But on a more serious note, I know Teng Koon for very long since he joined, but I've never worked with him this closely since I joined the GRC. So he's shown to be very passionate, and really enjoys his work as an MP to help people. I think that's one philosophy I think you gotta notice, in terms of how he works. And of course, recently, since I joined MND, I got to know him as well, working on parliamentary issues and see how he's very passionate about things. So if you notice his recent parliamentary speeches, everyone says he's like so passionate speaking in Mandarin. I don't understand, but I can only hear the interpretation. But you can see the video. It's like super passionate. So, Mr. Ong, we'll take you on your word. I know he told me this morning he will volunteer in Marsiling if I need to. So I will take him for his word.
I first got to know Zaki back in RI because he was 3 years my senior. He was on the rugby team, and he was playing inside the field while I was playing outside the field as a reserve. So I'm so happy to see Zaki again and to work with Zaki. I wish you all the best, and I will try to come back to Marsiling. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zaki. Wow. Okay, that was some interesting speeches to Mr. Ong. Next up, may we invite Min? You want to say a few words to Mr. Ong as well?
Yes, sure. So once again, thank you so much to Teng Koon for all that you have done. He came in 2011, and at that time there was no Woodgrove division. Woodgrove was just part of Marsiling. So it was Teng Koon who came in as the first Member of Parliament and grassroots advisor for Woodgrove, set up the division, put in place new amenities as you saw in the video, the Void Deck CC, RC centers. He pushed for new facilities, new amenities, new bus services. And importantly, I think he's done so much to strengthen the community spirit in Woodgrove with his durian parties, his Halloween event, which is the largest in the whole of Singapore. So we really appreciate his many contributions. On a personal note, I think, many residents, since we both contested in 2015, will say that Mr. Ong and I look alike and we are like brothers. Some people even mistake us for each other, they see us and then they think that I'm Ms Ong Teng Koon, and they see Teng Koon and they think that he's 𝗺𝗆𝗧𝗲𝗲, right? So I will miss my brother in the GRC. He has been a friend. He's been a real supporter, and we really will miss his contribution. So thank you very much, Teng Koon. We'll take you up on your word, and you will have to come back to Marsiling-Yew Tee.
Thank you, Minister, for such kind words. You know, I will try very hard to be half as handsome as you. Thank you.
I think it's true, no? Because Min actually mentioned, I saw one comment over here. How can we lose one twin brother of Mr. Ong and Mr. Wong? Oh, okay. Yeah, they both look alike in some ways. So this is brotherhood, and they have been actually serving us and helping everyone in Marsiling-Yew Tee for the past many years. And I believe many in Woodgrove actually know Mr. Ong more than I do. Okay, so Mr. Ong, I think that you do have someone to introduce as well, right? In coming to take over your work, in taking care of all the residents in Woodgrove as well.
It is my greatest pleasure to introduce our candidate for our new candidate for Marsiling-Yew Tee GRC. Her name is Ms Hany Soh.
Ms Hany Soh. And of course, Ms Hany Soh actually went with you guys to the 𝗺𝗆𝗶𝗶𝗲 Neighborhood Center earlier this morning, if I'm not wrong, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, we happen to have a video over here on YouTube. Okay, may I actually just share this video on YouTube for everyone to actually take a look what happened in the morning highlights. Wow, morning highlights usually sounds like wedding. Okay, the morning highlights. And going around the hawker centers, we have Ms Hanny in Mars. Okay, we will reveal her face later on, don't worry. And going around, we have all the different shops in around Marsiling-Yew Tee. To me, it looks like something like an elder brother bringing the sister along to every part of Marsiling-Yew Tee and say hi to everyone. Okay, 是大哥哥带妹妹的一个 orientation. It looks like that to me. So, okay, we know she's quite young, we know she's very beautiful, and we know she's a professional. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the new face for today. Okay, and upcoming in Marsiling-Yew Tee, Ms Hany Soh.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Hello, Ms Hany. Hi. How are you feeling today? Are you very tired since morning?
No, I'm feeling very excited. I think I should start by saying my appreciation to Mr. Ong for guiding me throughout this period of time. Actually, I know Mr. Wong for quite a period of time since I became a Northwest District Councillor who worked very closely with our Northwest districts like Woodgrove. So he has, during this period of time, been sharing a lot of beautiful stories, about how he's able to help our residents, and a lot of residents also shared with me about how Mr. Ong has actually touched their heart. So I really think that I have a big shoe to fill. So thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, because I want to ask how you're feeling today is because I know since morning you have been walking around through the 𝗺𝗆𝗶𝗶𝗲 neighborhood. Definitely it's not easy being a representative for Marsiling-Yew Tee, and of course we are taking over all the work, okay, from Mr. Ong. So Mr. Ong, any words of advice for her?
Yes, I think all of us do, and it's not just myself. I think all of us do serve from the heart, and we always place our residents' concerns as number one priority. I think as long as you do that, everything will be perfect. All the best to you. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually look forward to meeting more residents during this period of time. I wanted to share that I will be wearing the same type of mask Okay, so I hope that, if you guys see me at Marsiling-Yew Tee, particularly Woodgrove, please wave at me and say hi. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ms Hany, you want to show that mask again?
Okay.
Okay,
Very
okay, Marsiling-Yew
recognizable.
Tee 见 mask 如见人 huh? Okay.
Oh, like that.
Okay, so if you see this mask, it's Ms Hany Soh. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, after I hear from Mr. Ong saying that, okay, good luck to you and take care all this thing, handing over to Ms Hany over a digital platform, I suddenly feel that Mr. Ong feeling a bit lighter here and there, yeah. Much lighter right now. You see his smile and everything. Wow. Okay, but don't worry. He might just come back and become a volunteer in Marsiling-Yew Tee, according to what Mr.
course.
Taki said.
He already committed too.
Yes.
Really? Also, it's not meant to be a joke. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where in the CC he can volunteer in? I say, okay, no problem. I'll find you a slot.
Okay.
He say one.
Anywhere except the WEC department. Okay.
You'll
Okay,
be
so.
surprised. WEC people loves him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that'll be good. Wow, okay, that's good. So he can be fitted anywhere in Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, now I think Ms Hany Soh, can we
Yes.
actually take this time to get to know you better on air?
Okay.
Because the airtime is actually quite limited, but we want to ask you some fast questions so that you can answer. And all our Marsiling-Yew Tee residents gonna know you better. So pardon me, these questions are not by me lah, the script writer lah. So usually I don't ask a lady the first question. How old are you, please?
It's all over the news.
Okay.
A couple of days when I was introduced as a candidate, so I am perfectly fine with that. I'm 33 this year. 我今年33岁。
33岁. Okay, before joining on as a candidate, or even what are you working as or used to do for a living?
I'm still doing that as a living. I'm a family lawyer. Yes.
Oh.
I deal with matrimonial issues in particular. Yes.
Wow, okay, a lawyer. Okay. So, what dialect group are you in?
我是福建人，
Hokkien人，正宗福建人。
福建人，金刚
okay.
福建人。
安尼你老爸一摆啉泡茶是第时？
两年前
Okay, 2 days ago she was having her. I was asking her when did you last have your bubble tea, which is 2 days ago. Okay. How long have you been serving the community?
Coming to 10 years.
Oh, for the
I've
past
been
10 years,
serving,
where
yeah.
were you actually serving in?
Northwest districts. In particular, I started in Bukit Panjang.
Ah, okay. Wow, this one, the next question, personally. Do you have kids? How old are they?
Yes, I have one, a baby girl. She is 16 months old.
Ah, okay. So what is your favorite food?
Favorite food? Mee Hoon Kueh.
Is that your favorite food, Mr. Ong?
I like nasi lemak better.
Different. So, okay. Okay. So, what is your favorite Korean drama?
Crash Landing on You.
Oh yeah, this one, nice show. Confirm, very nice show. Okay, most unforgettable moment.
When it was actually my birthday when I was being introduced as a candidate. So just a couple of days ago, when everyone knows I'm 33 years old.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, what was the date during then? The date of your birthday?
24th of June.
When you actually, okay, just a few days ago. Happy belated birthday! Okay, so these are the few questions that is actually arranged to ask Ms Hany Soh so that we or even our Marsiling-Yew Tee residents can know her better. But don't worry, in time to come, she will keep on appearing with the beautiful mask that she actually showed just now. Okay, if you see the mask, it's her. Say hi to her. Okay, so thank you, Ms Hany. You can actually relax a bit, chill. Okay, chill a bit. But because as a lawyer, I think 你大场面都已经见过了，应该不会太紧张的啦。因为我们主持人最怕的就是遇到 lawyer. We all MC we are most afraid of meeting lawyers one because people thought that MC can actually speak very well, but sorry, no, we can never outtalk a lawyer. Yeah.
No, it's because Marsiling-Yew Tee makes me feel like I'm at home. So I feel comfortable talking to you guys in this manner. Yeah.
You see, no matter how I screen a lawyer, she can do it so well leh. Okay, so Woodgrove, you're in good hands, man. Okay, so I think it's now to actually it's a good time to give our Ms Hany an induction or orientation of what's happening in Marsiling-Yew Tee before, because over the years we have had some signature events here and there, which is by the four gentlemen. Okay, each of them had one very, very signature events which everyone in Marsiling-Yew Tee will know about that. Okay, so let us do a share screen on the slide. Just give me a minute. I am coming into the stories of Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, we know that Mr. Ong, because Min Wong actually mentioned that Mr. Ong has one signature event, which is the Halloween celebrations. Okay, so you can take a look at this Halloween celebrations that started like a small get together in 2007, and over the years it became a very big event and a very signature event in Woodgrove. So, Mr. Ong, you want to share a bit about this Halloween celebrations?
Well, the first time I had the Halloween celebration was in 2011 after I first became an MP. So that was during the election, or just around the time of elections, right? Before I became an MP. So I walked around in my PAP white on white with a party badge, and then I had some people following me. So then the people around said, "Oh, this guy, he's so good. He is dressing up as a PAP MP. Look, he has a name card and he brings people along with him. Wow, this one must be best costume." So I thought this is a very fun event. So after that, every year we kept doing it, and it became bigger and bigger. And last year was one of the biggest shows that we ever had. And we got everyone from the community to come together, you know, American School, all the Marsiling Primary School, all our residents, all our RC. So it was like all the entire community. It was people all over Singapore came. And a lot of people sent me email, can I get tickets? So it was very successful, and it was very well taken to. So I hope Ms Hany will be able to continue with this event and bring more cheers to the residents of Woodgrove and to Singapore. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And it's a good thing because we don't need to go to somewhere in town to enjoy these Halloween celebrations. We can actually get together with our family or even our neighbors in the neighborhood and celebrate together for Halloween. Thank you so much, Mr. Ong, for this signature event for Marsiling-Yew Tee. Thank you. And coming up next, we have a chit-chat session with residents. Okay, so we have Min Wong as well. Okay, Min Wong organizing regular void deck chit-chat. Wow, really go to the void deck and chit-chat. Okay, I find it an effective way to engage residents and get to know them better. And of course, through this way of chit-chatting, we actually get to know our residents even more. But I would like to get Min Wong to share with us a bit about this.
Yeah, well, this is not quite a signature event, but we do it regularly, and I've come to find it a very useful session because it's something that's very informal. We just go to a few blocks, we highlight that we are going to have a makan, buffet, chit-chat, and then they come down. I will share with them some of the things, new government policies, for example, new government programs that they may be interested in. But I will also take the opportunity to listen to their concerns, their feedback, what's going on in the estate. And we do this every week. So it's a very, it becomes a regular feature, and it's something I look forward to. It's one of my favorite activities in Limbang itself.
Oh, okay. So, sir, can I just check with you? You really go down to most of the void decks to actually just to chit-chat with them when uncles are actually doing their chairs, playing their chairs even?
Well, that's on if we do house visits. This one is organized, right? So on a weekly basis, we organize. We invite people to come down, right? And then they have makan. So it's organized as tables. They come down and then they makan. We have a sharing. Then we just ask them. They can raise any questions they want. And then I typically will go around tables just to continue the fellowship with all the residents.
Wow, okay. That's good because we have such a chit-chat session. I think it's a good time for interaction among the residents or even the neighbors. And of course, with Min going along, I think they'll be overwhelmed to see you. Okay, so
unfortunately, we can't do so much of this nowadays because of COVID-19. But hopefully, after the whole thing is over, we can continue with our regular sessions.
That's right, that's right. But don't worry, don't worry. If you want to speak to us, you want to speak to Min over here, you can actually type in your comments. He can see your comments, so don't worry, okay? We are still trying our best and doing our best to serve you even better. Okay, for next up, we have a Marsiling Cares event, which is going around and which is by Mr. Zaki. Okay, Marsiling Cares aimed at fostering a neighborhood community in the area and has been actually providing care for the underprivileged residents. Can you actually help us to share a bit more, Mr. Zaki?
Well, Marsiling Cares is not exactly an event. It's really an initiative in which we do, a lot of outreach. So one of the first things I found when I first came 2 years ago was that, Marsiling has one of the highest concentrations of rental flats in the Northwest District. So if you look at how we were engaging them, it's really a lot of distribution, and which many constituencies do. But I felt that we can do better, because I think in terms of the underprivileged, and we always talk about raising up the inequality, in Singapore. This is where beyond just giving out, I think it's about also getting others on board. And here with Marsiling Cares, we've now gotten corporates, and social enterprises on board to bring in sponsors and donations, and we can give on a sustainable basis and reach out to almost 2,000 families, every month. So the key is not just doing one time; it's being on a sustained basis every month and providing help. And what we typically do, just like Minister does, you can see all the makan behind. So we are just giving out. We also do makan sessions, have chats, conversations with our residents, and see how we can help them socially. And we've seen more and more being helped now and being stabilized. But what Marsiling Cares now does, in fact, the next wave is really to look at developmental programs. So with Community Link, for example, we now engage young families with school-going children. Some are referred by the schools themselves. So we engage with schools too, who have difficulty going to school, who don't have good attendance in class, for example. And we try to help how these kids can benefit from some of these programs, numeracy or reading programs, so that they have more confidence. And we bring in social, organizations to help families and parents too, to develop them. So the view is that, yes, you could be in rental flats today, but tomorrow I want to build you for your future too, and keep many of these young families confident. And certainly Marsiling Cares will expand. So I'll share more in subsequent episodes on how we will move into helping our residents find careers, jobs, because Marsiling CC will also open up a career center very soon. So this is something we're doing among satellite towns.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope it's not stressing you out, Ms. Hanny. Okay, more events to come, more signature events to come, because this is Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, next up we have Mr. Alex Yam with UT Day. Okay, UT Day has been a flagship day in UT division over the years. So maybe we'll let Mr. Alex Yam to share a bit on this UT Day.
Yeah, we've been doing UT Day for quite a number of years now. We started off with a very simple concept that each of us, even in our small little way, can do our part for the needy. So we went around to every house to just collect 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of raw rice, which we then gathered together and then redistributed, repacked, redistributed to needy families. And we became a little bit too successful, because in our final year of collecting rice, we collected a total of 20 tons of rice. And despite giving to so many different families, we still had so much rice left over. So we've decided in the last 2 years to change our concept a little bit. Everyone's conscious about the environment, about climate change. So we've been doing collecting of recyclables so that we can help the environment and at the same time raise money for the less fortunate in our midst. So it's been an amazing journey for us in this project, because every year people now look forward to the date. In fact, we have residents who in the past would buy 500 kg of rice just to wait for us to come. And it's unannounced. We arrive at the house and they say, okay, here's lots of rice for you. And it's just a little effort, part of our ethos to always start from the heart in UT and bring people together through this very simple act.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yam. Thank you. So this is, what is it about UT Day? Okay, we have gone through a bit on history lesson, and right now we're going to go into a bit of geography. Okay, there are actually 4 divisions in GRC: Marsiling, Woodgrove, UT, and Limbang. Okay, 4 different ones over here. So sorry, I sound like a teacher teaching a student. So sorry. Okay, okay. So this is about Marsiling, and Marsiling has an abandoned war site once used as a fuel depot by the British Royal Air Force. Okay, maybe some residents in Marsiling might not know about this as well. I think we can actually take this opportunity to understand more. Okay, and coming on to UT, UT it means oil pond in Teochew. Teochew, anyone who knows how to speak Teochew over here? Oil pond 油池的 Teochew 也应该是叫什么？
有敌
有敌哈，有敌啊，有敌 okay 有敌 okay, so this is oil pond in Teochew 有敌 okay, during the Japanese occupation in World War II. Okay, so UT Community Club, okay, let's take a look at this picture. It's actually shaped like an oil drum to reflect this heritage. You can actually see from our screen over here. And of course, maybe you are driving around this UT or even Marsiling itself, you might not come across this name. You will never come across this street name, I would say. Limbang. Okay, there's no street name as Limbang. You always drive around, you see Choa Chu Kang North, Choa Chu Kang Avenue, and there's no Limbang Avenue 5, no Limbang Avenue 1. Okay, there's, from what I know, there's a UT Close, I think. A very short street which is actually named as UT Close. Okay, what
I must
Marsiling?
just cut in here, Kelvin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When UT town was developed, it started with Limbang. Limbang is the first part of UT town. In the old days, there used to be a Limbang road.
Okay.
In the old days. Then when I think the army camp came in, the road was removed. So Limbang town, the name came about from Limbang road, actually.
Oh, I see. So the Limbang town came from the name Limbang Road. Okay. So this really helps us in understanding our own area, which is Limbang, even better, especially for youngsters. Okay, 可能 maybe some seniors would know it even better, but of course this virtual session can help youngsters or even young parents understand more about Limbang. Okay, now something that we need to know for food. Okay, Marsiling has the most number of famous seafood food stores, from Block 19 coffee shop to Marsiling Mall Hawker Center. Okay, looking at the picture just make me feel hungry, man. Okay, whichever store you have to go to, usually is in long queues. Okay, so this is so special about Marsiling, and Marsiling also has a famous uncle over here, which is his name is actually Mr Tan Koon Tat.
Yes.
He goes around decorating his neighborhood with the overtop displays during festive occasions. Has anyone of our gentlemen here met him before?
Oh, all of us.
All of us.
Oh,
we
okay.
did it. Yep.
Cool. So he really does go around everywhere and just decorate.
No, it's right in front of his block. There's always the street 13, and he typically puts his stuff there. Street 31, he typically puts stuff there. And really he does. He's quite clever, because he will also reuse the same props from Christmas to Chinese New Year, but you will not know the difference, because from the Santa Claus you can become Chinese New Year. No joke.
That's a good one.
The same. Yeah, he shares with me. So sometimes you can see the head move, right? So when you look inside, he shares with me that it's actually the fan. You never figure out. It thinks like some robot he built, but he used a fan inside, so everything will oscillate, and he see the head moves.
Okay. That's a very creative Mr. Tan over there.
Yes.
Okay, so I think there's also a place which is in Woodgrove that we need to mention. Maybe you come across it, you came across it. We don't want you to feel shock or blur over it. Don't worry, you are not in 𝗺𝗆𝗃𝗃, okay? Because Woodgrove has a park that is named Mandai Tekong Park. And it's not situated in 𝗺𝗆𝗃𝗃, definitely. Okay, so this is the place itself, and this is about all for the history look back that we have in Marsiling-Yew Tee. I hope this actually helped Ms Hany to know more about Marsiling-Yew Tee. I know she already done a lot of homework about this area and this place. I just want to make sure that our youngsters watching this know as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have actually come to this part of our program whereby we need to share a bit more, okay? Something fun. I believe all of you actually has an envelope, right, on your side. Okay, don't open yet, don't open yet, because it was actually given to you 2 days ago. So nobody play cheat, nobody open, cannot open one, okay. Okay, so when I count to 3, maybe all of us can actually open it together and show the camera. Okay, what is this about? We have a question for you inside. Rest assured, they never opened it before and they don't know what's inside. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, open up. Let's see what are the questions that we want to pop over and ask them. Okay. Okay, let me just start one by one from Mr. Alex Yam. 3 things I would like to do, okay, over my free time. Okay, we have Mr. Ong. Okay, 3 things I will miss about being an MP Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, what about Ms Hany? Okay, 3 discoveries I've made about Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, coming to me, 3 things that, wow, 3 things that keep me awake at night. Okay, so we have Mr. Zaki. 3 things I've learned as an MP serving our residents in Marsiling-Yew Tee. Okay, so maybe the last session actually we took a snapshot together with some encouragement. How about we take a snapshot together with your questions today? Okay. Okay, take a snapshot together. Okay, cool. Okay.
Wait, I try to get my face. Very difficult.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now
Thank you.
for you guys to actually think of how to answer. Okay, now I want to choose. Maybe we have the new face on board first. Lawyer usually very fast one. Let's test her and see whether she's fast enough. Okay, so your question is, Ms. Hanny.
My question is 3 discoveries I made about Marsiling-Yew Tee. I think I'm a foodie, so I'm going to start with food first.
Okay.
So the roti prata at 515, I think the standard can really fight with Jalan Kayu's one. Yeah.
Oh, yo, wow.
Yes. And the uncle is very proud about that as well.
Okay.
Yes. So that's 1. 2 is there are actually 7 condominiums in Woodgrove itself, which is actually quite a high number that I was quite surprised about. Okay, the third one.
连 7 condominiums 你都知道. Wow, she did a lot of homework, boy. Okay.
The third one, which is quite interesting as well, is that actually part of Woodgrove itself, right, used to belong to Bukit Panjang. When, in the past, many years ago, the boundaries, were not were drawn. So interestingly, I used to serve in Bukit Panjang. So when for the past few days, when I walked to some of the ORCs, I was able to find the plaque where it says, it belongs to Bukit Panjang Zone C, for example, which is quite rather nostalgic and reminds me of where I first started. Yeah.
Okay. That are the 3 things that actually Ms. Hanny made on 3 discoveries. And of course, the next one we have Mr. Alex Yam. Okay, what is your question? 3 things that I would like to do in my spare time, Mr. Yam.
He has no spare time.
Yes! I was just about to say that maybe he doesn't have any spare time. Okay.
Well, really, I mean, in my work, as well as my duties as a member of parliament, sometimes it's very hard to find spare time. But I try my best to ensure that I have time that I can spend with my family. I've got 4 young kids. So I really don't want to miss out in watching them grow up. So every day I try to ensure that I drop them off at school. I spend some time with them. At least one, perhaps half a Saturday during the month. I try to keep that free so I can spend it with them, with my parents, of course, with my wife. The rest of the time, if I do have some spare, I read and I go for walks where possible. If not, I used to enjoy cycling quite a fair bit. But recently, weather's been bad, circuit breaker, a lot of these things can't do. But I think for me, most importantly, if I do have spare time, I really want to spend it with my family. So please give me more spare time, Minister.
Oh, cannot give you any spare time because you need to give a lot of time to Marsiling-Yew Tee as well. Yeah. Okay. So coming on to the next one, we have how about Mr. Zaki first, Mr. Zaki.
Well, I don't know why everyone starts with food, so I have to start with food too. I'll tell you that for sure, Marsiling, beats a lot of places. I've served in Choa Chu Kang and I now serve in Marsiling. And really, if you look at the food options here, you've got Block 19 area, you've got Marsiling Mall, you've got Fuchun, and of course you've got the town center nearby. I mean, if you look around, there's tons of options. So today when you're walking around, Minister noticed that some of the small shops as well were selling these surgical masks. So they say, well, how come you can buy these things? And I said, you know what? Even in so I told Minister, even in the times when Singaporeans were all stocking up all these things, I said you can still find them in Marsiling. So you can find a lot of things. If you actually go down, you find a lot of these small shops that carry a lot of interesting things. And you can find a lot of good deals. The second thing I found out as well was the first few weeks when I first came to Marsiling, and this was in the northern part of Marsiling, block 200 plus. And then one resident told me, hey, you know what? You're lucky to have us. So I said, yes, I'm definitely lucky to have you and privileged to serve here. But it says, no, you're lucky to have us because you know what? 2 presidents have served Marsiling. So if you know that, right? Tony Tan served in the northern part of Marsiling when he was under Sembawang. So he also oversaw Marsiling CC. And then recently, of course, Madam Halimah also took over Marsiling CC and, she became president. So they said, you know what, we bring you good luck. So I said, not every MD can become president, but, yes, I'll just take the luck whatever you can give me. So that's the third one I learned was that the twins Wong and Ong are not a myth, for sure. I will tell you why. So this was early days, and I was doing house visits one day, and this resident said, because we were sharing the early months when all of us, 4 of us, were sharing responsibilities of block visit. So I did one block visit to this household, and she said, you know what, I was so lucky. So the last round, Minister Wong came to my house, and he sat in. Mr. Lawrence Wong took time to sit in my house and have a chat with me. And then he says, now I also have you in my house having a chat with me too. So I'm so lucky I have 2 of you, come to my house, within a short space of time. And so I turned to my grassroots and I said, the last time, as far as I remember, Mr. Lawrence Wong doesn't take care of this zone. Then they said, yeah, it was Mr. Ong Teng Koon. So I said, what Mr. Ong sat in the house for having a chit-chat for a long time. So yes, you do get mistaken, the two of them. So I say, so the Ong and Wong twins are not a myth. But I think we'll miss this, this type of funny incidences. You find that residents actually get them mixed up. Yes.
Thank you so much for the sharing. Okay, next up we're gonna invite next one. Okay, how about Min? But please don't start with food because your question is 3 things that kept me awake at night.
Yeah. Okay, 3 things that keep me awake at night.
Yes.
Alex Yam.
Wow.
Being mistaken as Mr. Ong Teng Koon. Okay. Can I say, ever since I had to co-chair the task force, I think the 3 things that keep me awake at night is COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. So anyway, I count that as one because that really keeps me awake at night. Certainly in the past few weeks and then earlier on when it was very serious, this was a big headache. The situation is better now, but we are still very vigilant because we keep saying the virus is not eradicated. It's still with us, and you can easily see flare-ups again. So it's really something that always preoccupies me, particularly during this period. Second thing, I suppose the second thing would be related, but it's about jobs. I think everyone is concerned about jobs, and it's particularly stressful now for many people. Those who have jobs are worried. Those who have no jobs, have lost their jobs, are certainly very worried. Those who are new entrants coming out, graduating from universities or polytechnics or ITEs are also concerned because they're not sure whether they can get jobs. And then even those who have jobs today are somewhat worried because they are worried that if they are retrenched or the companies do badly, then what happens to their jobs later on? So jobs is a big concern of many Singaporeans, which makes it a concern for the government. So I worry about jobs at the national level and certainly at the GRC level, and we do want to do more to help residents, as Zaki mentioned just now. Third, I think I certainly worry about in a sort of a in a way, thinking about what can happen and what can go wrong with Singapore in the future. And I think that's something that all of us should be very concerned about, because it looks comfortable. It sounds like everything is okay, but in fact, if you look at the world around us, you look at the international environment, I think it gets more and more challenging for a small little country like Singapore. The world is becoming a more dangerous place. It's becoming a more troubled place. How we can earn a living in this uncertain world becomes more challenging. And so how Singapore can survive and thrive in the future, I think is a major challenge that all of us should be concerned about. And that's why we are entering an election and we are talking about how we can all secure our jobs, our lives, and our future. And we really need to be united in overcoming this challenge and ensuring that Singapore emerges stronger so that our children and our next generation can have a better future ahead of them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I've actually seen you fronting a speech in Parliament. I've actually seen you helping us Singaporeans during the COVID period and even now as well, even if it's in phase 2. May I actually ask you one question?
Sure.
Borrowings from Mr. Alex Yam question that was actually popped to him. 3 things that he do during his spare time.
Yeah.
Okay, if given a spare time to you, what is the most, what was the thing that you want to do most?
Well,
Okay, something leisure lah, leisure. We don't talk about work because we know that 你是工作狂啊，会一直工作，为人民为居民。But something on a leisure basis, what is the thing that you want to
besides
do more?
spending time with my wife.
And okay, besides spending time with your wife and besides having the nice roti prata that Ms Hany says, okay,
Okay.
Besides all this, yeah.
The one thing that some of you know I like doing is I play the guitar. Right? I haven't done it for months because I've not had the time to do so. So I have a few guitars at home. Under normal times, usually, a few days a week, you can spend time playing. And then sometimes, occasionally, when I have time, you go to a band and then you do a jam in a band, which is always quite fun. I've not done that for probably a few months already.
Okay.
So all the guitars are in the guitar case, lying, not used at all.
Okay, we hope this COVID quickly passes and you have your time to actually hands-on the guitar a bit. Something that I look forward to. We have 5 persons here. Okay, it might take 4 to make a good band. Okay, Mr. Alex Yam and Ms Hany and Min, you can actually play the guitar. Mr. Zaki, you play instruments as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know whether we will have a chance to actually bring on a full band, a Marsiling-Yew Tee band in the near future. Wow, I think that would be fun, man. And
Hanny
a lot of...
Yes, actually we did one quite recently at Marsiling Pop Fest. If you can search the video Pop Fest, you might find it.
Already did once. Okay, that's good. We hope in the near future we can do it again, and this time round we're going to change the singer because the singer is going to be the volunteer, Mr. Ong. Okay, so we have a 5-piece band over here. Okay, now to you, Mr. Ong. Okay, 3 things that you will miss about being an MP in Marsiling-Yew Tee.
I think the first thing I'll miss, number one, is my residents of Marsiling-Yew Tee. I think through the past 10 years, we have become very close, very tight. I spend a lot of time on the ground and I visit all of them. And they have really been so nice to me, taken me into part of their family, and I will forever be grateful to them for that. And so I will miss all my residents who have supported us and supported me in the past 10 years. And I hope you will continue to support Ms Hany Soh and help us serve you better. That's the first thing I'll miss. The second thing I'll miss is, of course, my volunteers, my activists, my staff, without whom I will not be able to, push out all the programs and do all the good work for the residents of Marsiling-Yew Tee and Woodgrove. And I think it is fair to say that we have established such a close relationship that we are lifelong friends, and you have my WhatsApp, you have my email. I also have yours. I hope to catch up with you guys very often going forward, and I will come back to visit often. And the third thing that I think I will miss most is I think this is quite true, but I think this happens to every MP, is to reply to residents' email at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because because to tell you the truth, I really feel good about being able to be in a position to help people and to make a positive difference to people's lives. And when you see them smile after you help them solve their problems, that feeling is the best feeling in the world. So that is something that I will also miss. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Ong. Can I also tweak the question a bit? I think you have actually served Marsiling-Yew Tee for quite some time, and you have actually worked together with the rest of the gentlemen over here. Anything in particular or any person in particular that you're going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss my brothers in arms, brother Lawrence, brother Zaki, brother Alex, for helping me all these years, for accommodating me. Sometimes I might say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, and they've always helped me to give me a hand, to support me. I think that's what is nice about Marsiling-Yew Tee, about this team in particular, that all our MPs work really closely together and want everyone support each other. So I think Ms Hany Soh is in a great team, and I'm very confident that she'll be able to add value to the team and bring Marsiling-Yew Tee to even greater heights.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. 哇，我现在看到的很像是一个师兄把东西传给师妹的那个感觉。Okay, something like that. Okay. So, Ms Hany 有没有什么要跟Mr. Ong 说的？
我当然是要非常感谢他啦，这段时间的教导，我真的会虚心学习。还有就是真的，他给了我一个非常好的团队，然后在这段时间，真的我可以感受到，就是居民对他的热情，还有团队们的团结的精神，这些真的是很难能可贵的，都是要时间慢慢累积下来的，所以我非常感激。I really appreciate what you have done. You have really fostered a very strong foundation for me to pick up from. The team here is very strong in terms of their team spirit. We are here to take care of one another, and I look forward to this working very closely with our teammates. Thank you, Mr. Ong.
Thank you, Ms. Hanny. And of course, something I got to mention over here. I've seen some of the comments over here, and a lot of them they just can't bear to leave Mr. Ong leaving them. Don't worry, he will come back as a volunteer maybe. Okay,
he's still around. Don't worry.
Yeah, the band of the band of brothers should sing. Yes, the
We are
band
no
of brothers
longer a
should
boy
sing.
band. No more boy band already.
Minister Kobuwan refers to the Sembawang team now as EBA.
Yeah, Eva.
From boy band to EBA.
We have well wishes coming from Marsiling-Yew Tee, and of course we have being a good MP in the past. Okay, because we have from Tampines as well. Thank you to Mr. Ong. Thank you so much. Okay, one by one, maybe now to Mr. Alex Yam. Anything you want to say to Mr. Ong?
I'm not going to say goodbye to Mr. Ong. We still have many more gatherings to come after the circuit breaker is over. We owe each other quite a number of meals and drinks. But I wouldn't say bye-bye to him because he will still be around, especially during this period. And I look forward to continuing the friendship that we have for a very long time to come. So no bye-bye, huh?
No bye-bye. Yeah, definitely a no bye-bye. Okay. So, Mr. Zaki being a colleague of Mr. Ong for quite some time as well. So, anything you want to actually say to him?
No, I'm quite sure he's happy not to hear me call him up in the middle of the night. But I think it's important, that we leverage on his expertise, experience, because he's been here for some time, and really, I think residents are quite familiar with him. So, but I'm quite sure as well he'll guide Ms. Hanny along, our new colleague, And there's a lot that I think Mr. Ong has done that I think we can be appreciative of. I mean, we can be appreciative of whether it's helping his residents or some of the developments that's gone on in Woodgrove. I think many of us will remember him for the work that he's done. So all the best, Teng Koon. To say bye bye because I'm quite sure we will continue to be in touch.
Yes, thank you, Zaki. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Min. I hope Mr. Ong is not the reason for the 3 things that kept you awake at night. Anything you want to say to him?
No, I think just join everyone in saying that we really appreciate all his many years of contributions and services to Marsiling-Yew Tee. He's been a real friend and also a really stalwart MP, serving the residents with all his heart. We certainly will miss him, but I think we also do not have to be, we don't have to be sad about this for 2 reasons. Number one, he's not going away. He's still going to be with us in Marsiling-Yew Tee, helping, contributing, serving in different ways. And number 2, we welcome a new addition to the team, Hanny, who will complement the team, add value to the team as Teng Koon described it. And certainly we all continue to want to work together and do our very best to serve our residents to the best of our abilities.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We see a lot of comments coming up, wishing Mr. Ong. They just come back to leave you, but don't worry. Like as mentioned, don't worry. Okay, he will still be around somewhere somehow. Okay, so he might just come back as a volunteer. Okay, and we have a very very good candidate coming up, which is Ms Hany. Okay, 师兄已经传给师妹了，接下来要表演功夫了。Okay, the best is yet to come. Okay, so over the years of hard work, not only our ministers over here, not only our Marsiling-Yew Tee team has come back to live Mr. Ong, of course our residents as well and people around and living in Marsiling-Yew Tee, they have a lot to say to our Marsiling-Yew Tee team. We have actually got this video ready for you as a surprise. I hope you guys like it. Let's take a look at the video.
，Hi, Mr. Ong. Thank you for the past years you've done for our Woodgrove resident. I would like to also say that I always look forward to seeing you when I'm taking my first year. And also wish you all the best. Thank you.
Terima kasih Muhammad kerana memberi saya vision, memberi saya pasal kelemahan saya dan saya mendapat FSO juga daripada FSO. Terima kasih dan juga saya berterima kasih kepada Cik Muhammad kerana memberi kami sing-song dan membuat traffic light untuk penggunaan semua orang tua di sini. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you, Mr. Alessiam, for making Yew Tee Town a wonderful place to live.
Hello, Mr. Ong. Mr. Ong. Nice to meet you. We are new resident here. We meet you a few times already, and you make us very happy and to create a very close bonding relationship with the residents.
Sangat berterima kasih kepada Tuan Alessiam kerana sokongan. Kami sangat gembira adanya MP seperti anda. Terima kasih.
Hati dengan kerja naik taraf yang dilakukan di kawasan Limbah. Ia telah melancarkan trafik di kawasan ini. Saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada 𝗺𝗆𝗶𝗶 dan Selamat Hari Raya untuk pilihan raya tahun ini. Sekian, terima kasih.
Mr. Ong, you are very good leader. Thanks for taking the time to speak to the residents. Your efforts and hard work are very much appreciated.
Saya sentiasa menyokong Cik Zaki. Terima kasih Cik Zaki memberi daya sama kami.
Hello, Mr. Alessiam. You are the best. We support you.
Thank you, Tom.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to the team. Thank you so much. Yes, it's really okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna end this here. I hope all of you guys actually enjoy what is brought to you over this digital platform. And what you have last seen is actually a very, very sincere video done by the residents and everyone living in Marsiling-Yew Tee. They just want to thank the team for all the hard work, especially me and Mr. Alexiam and Mr. Zaki and Mr. Ong. And coming up in the near future, okay, we have one lady candidate. They used to be a boy band, but right now they can belt out more different genres of song, even Whitney Houston song, because now there's a lady in the group already. Huh? Okay, so we have Ms. Hany. Once again, welcome to Marsiling-Yew Tee.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, don't forget. Okay, any other things that we want to say to Mr. Ong before we end it off here? We are still having a lot of wishes from the public, from the Facebook viewers to Mr. Ong. Anything you all want to say to Mr. Ong before we end it over here?
See you tomorrow.
That's my life.
I just want to say this: the past 10 years has been the most wonderful time of my life. It has been my greatest privilege and honor to be of service to our nation and to our people. And I bring away with me the fondest of memories, and I will always come back to see you. And I hope all of you will give your support to Ms. Hanny and to the Marsiling-Yew Tee team, so that we can have the mandate to bring more good years to Singapore. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And some actually requested for us to take a group photo together. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, so how about we do a heart shape together, and this heart shape as our best wishes for Mr. Ong in whatever you are going to do in the near future. And do remember, my home, my heart, my hope. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ong and team. Thank you so much. Thank you, Marsiling-Yew Tee. So do not forget to tune in to our next show, which is coming on the 30th of June at 8 p.m. So we shall end it off here for today. Everyone stay safe. Good luck. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ong. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.